make a move and the bunny gets it.
I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
It's showtime.
Roar. Roar.
Colonel Ironsides here. 200 years I stood in the gap, fighting those who would harm my country. It was my honor, my sacred duty, so help me God. 9 times they took my life. 9 times I stood back up and made them pay. The freedom fighter and I could handle anything, but someone betrayed me. I was ambushed, made mortal, rendered powerless, and retired. They passed an amendment that made me a civilian before I left the hospital. For 50 years, I watched my country change. Watched this work while erasing me from history. The day I quit my job, I powered up and discovered they lied about that too. I'll remind them of freedom. I'll remind them of duty. I'll remind them of their oaths and who they serve. I'll remind them while I'm shoving it down their throats.
Psychically, I'm very well endowed.
I want to know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I want to know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.
Look, the cosmic whale! It's beautiful.
Hey, welcome to the Monday Night Show. The bunny is thinking about, and I'm going to talk today about Grok Imagine, one of the most valuable tools I have. And I'm going to show you some things I've been doing, and also I'm going to talk to a guest. I tried to find a entrance that would fit him. I think this is going to work. So,
Stitch.
how did I do?
That's what kind of like. I like that one.
I was like somebody named Bone Caster the Gravedigger or Boneyard. That's like that just fits. That just fits. So welcome to the show, Caster.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So we are going to talk a little bit about AI. Depending on the person that you are talking to, it can either be the end of all creativity, the great Satan, or the brand new, or the beginning of something very exciting, and a equalizer for the have-nots to be able to create stuff that is equal or greater than the haves. So where do you fall in this spectrum there between great Satan and great equalizer?
Well, I was going to say it's almost like the Donald Trump of technology. You know, it's like you mention it and people you're going to get a violent reaction one way or the other.
Yeah, you either
Never,
get
never anything
you either get
pimping.
TDS or he's the second coming, right?
Yeah, the apocalypse or just the second coming of Christ, one or the other. But
Right.
but yeah, it's volatile no matter what you do. Okay. Here's the thing. Like I believe that AI is, I believe it's a good tool. I believe it's great for a lot of everyday uses.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should be a crutch
Right.
that like for instance, if you like, for instance, on my channel and my streams, I do use AI to kind of fluff things up and make things look somewhat professional because
Right.
I don't have millions of dollars to hire people, you know.
Exactly.
And when
Uh,
I was
yeah.
when you get some of these like like these certain VTubers and YouTubers that
Right.
they make a ton of revenue. They got oh, I've got my editor and I've got my
Yeah.
my manager and all this and that. Well, that's nice.
Well, what I especially love is people who try to act like just folks, and you see the transitions, you see the research behind what they're doing, and it's like you're not a fly by night, are you? You know, I mean, one of the guys Rick Beato, Rick Beato is a way of making you feel like us, just him and in a studio somewhere and doing the best he can, and then you find out that he has a whole entire production team behind him,
Oh yeah.
and it's
Now,
like,
if
go
I,
ahead.
if I, oh, sorry. If I had a production team, yeah. Oh yeah, I'd love to pay people for actual
Yeah.
artwork and stuff. Oh, I would love to.
Right. Well, that's the thing, about AI, especially in the space that I occupy in, which is comics, independent comics. AI is like viewed upon as being in some way, shape, or form that you're cheating. That you're in some way diminishing the craft or something like that. And so I'm going to show some things that I've been working on, having to do with my comic, the community service, and I've taken some art pieces that I've gotten, some like production details and things like that. But first, I'm going to give a demonstration of what I've been doing with my thumbnails in particular, and all of this is from using Grok Imagine, which is available to anybody that uses Grok, that has any kind of a account on there. So it might be the most accessible one that we have. But so let me share this screen right here. Find the right one. All right, here we go. So what we're looking at here is I took I had a piece made. Basically, I had a piece of artwork made. Basically, asking for an image that illustrates the impressive capabilities of Grok Imagine, and I used a piece I already had and kind of like plastered my image over the image. And then the second thing I did was I went and asked it to integrate the images seamlessly, and so it did so. And then for my thumbnail image, I needed animation for my opening crawl, so I asked it for an animation, and that's what it gave me. So all those things, when I made before, it would take thumbnails would take me half an hour easy to overlap images, blend everything, make adjustments, add the effects that I wanted, and I was able to whip that image or that incredible thumbnail up in about 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
And
the thing is, who's it hurting? because you're the one editing it yourself. So you're just
Right.
using the shortcut. So
Yeah.
who's got a problem with that?
Well, evidently a lot of people do, but it is what it is. So like the piece that I overlaid on top of the image that came from a Mid-Journey image that was created, and I've kind of like adjusted my look to fit the image, so
Mm.
So I was like, I like the way it looks, so I went ahead and I kind of like adjusted myself to match it. Now, I was able to do this for another friend of ours. Has a piece, a character that we both started a collaboration project where we took in public domain characters and we made new stories with it. And he took a character named Super Guy out of old Charlton comics, and because it was put in public domain when Charlton was absorbed by DC, I guess they thought Super Guy was gonna be, kind of watered down Superman. So they kind of left him out in the cold. And so my friend from Frost Comics, he went ahead and he acquired that character. It's just sitting there waiting for anybody to use it. But he made him an old man. He kind of aged him up from his days at Charlton to what he would look like now. And so he came up with this really cool, he let me find it right quick. But so this is Super Guy.
Okay.
And Super Guy is just he's really cool. But he had kind of like some production images done. Now this is what he gave me to start with. And so the second thing I did was I took the production images and did an animation, a composite animation, okay? And so you get to see Super Guy kind of move around in 3D space with his fanny pack. I love the fanny pack.
Yeah, I know. He's got his pills in there,
Yeah, he's got to have his pills, right? And so the second thing I did was I kind of put him in like 3D space. Kind of put him in the, I think, let me share this.
Time to make a difference. This world is incredible. Time to make a difference.
So that's the second thing I did. And so then I asked myself, what would Super Guy look like if he was realistic? And so I had him like make what Super Guy would look like if I made a live action.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
But so I decided to also that I'll do an animation of this guy, and so I gave him something specific to say that Super Guy would probably say. So this is what we came up with. Hold on.
If I can remember, time to save the day. If I can remember where my keys are.
Yeah.
Time to save the day.
So
that's pretty good.
So that's I mean, I just had a little fun with it. Jared let me do it. And if you guys want to see more Super Guy, this is the website right here, www.frostcomics.com. I told him I would promote it. But see, what I was able to do there is I sent that stuff to Jared, and Jared, it actually inspired him in his writing more stuff, because now he kind of has
proof of concept, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he can kind of move him around 3D space, and he can kind of know what he looks like, um, and so one of the things I like to do is not only do I like to animate the art, but I like to try to put it in like a live action, and it just gives it that little bit of something special. And some of the things I've come up with have been really inspiring to me. It's actually changed the way that I've done some of my characters. Um, and in that, it took it out of my head and kind of like put it down to something concrete that I could look at. So now, if I want to tell an artist exactly what I want, I can send them this stuff, and not only will they be able to see what they would look like, uh, they won't have to conceive of what they'll look like in 3-dimensional space.
Yeah.
And so, let me share. One of my first characters is my character Ironsides, and so this is what we started with.
Okay.
Ironsides is kind of the you saw the trailer. Whoops, sorry. Let me get that back. Here we go. All right, so you saw the trailer. So this is my cover image. This is what I started with, and I first thing I asked for was that the poster and like if it was live action, it was out in the world, and it didn't quite take what I meant, and so the first image I got was this.
What if the poster was in the world? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, funny thing about it is I like to look at the poster so much. I think I'm gonna go wind up making a poster.
Oh yeah. I mean, it looks good. It just didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't do what you wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I need this. I need you to make this image, this look like a real guy. And so it did this.
Looks
A
like
realistic human.
it almost looks like what J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, kind of like. Of course,
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons is built. Have you seen the pictures
Oh yeah.
of him?
Oh yeah. He's actually
Yeah.
got some muscle on him. He no wimp.
No. But it wasn't quite what I wanted. So I still have the glass arm and everything like that. And so I showed it a like this thing I had worked up. It was like the 3-dimensional Ironsides, and I said combine these two images because I like the way he looked, because he looks like I had in my head for Ironsides, and so it gave me this.
Okay.
Which was cool, but the uniform is not cloth; it's made kind of an armor.
Yeah.
And so I had them change that and darken the blue. And so next thing I asked it to do was I asked it to the way his arm works is the bone is a different density from the surrounding crystal. And so when his power activates, it lights up the bone first. And
Yeah.
so I kind of described that to Grok, and it came back with this. And which is one of the coolest things that I've seen recently.
Yeah.
And so I took that and I kind of like had it do kind of do a spin showing the 3D rendering of him in space. And so then I did more of a turn. And so it did me more of a turn thing. And so all this is from a character that only exists in my imagination. That only exists in like my comic, right?
Yeah.
And so I asked it to kind of like power up a little bit, kind of show how that works. It didn't quite get the arm right, but so I did a little bit of adjustment. This time it did better on the arm. And so that's now when I think about how he when I get an artist to use his power, I have something to show them exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And so now they have him in 3D dimensional space using his power, which is a gravity power. And so it's just messing around like that. And I mean, think how powerful that is.
Yeah.
And so I took that one image and I pulled it like pulled it into real space, made kind of like cast it with a like an actor, realistic man, and then I was able to like work backwards and get a character who only exists in my stuff. Now I can animate him. Now I can move him around 3D space, and I can show what that looks like.
Oh yeah.
And who knows, at some point later on, maybe I can make a movie, animated movie, or something like that. But I can see where people like animators would be freaking out about that.
Yeah. Definitely. Because like, see, because when you show that to an executive, you already see the wheels turning in their head of, ooh, we could just replace everybody and just throw out slop because we don't give a shit. We care about money,
Right.
not quality, and that's why I would see. That's why I'd be afraid of AI is not because of what it can do. It's what people like, executives and stuff, what they think, or if you're certain independent comic book artists who think they'd rather, hire AI to do their comics. Won't name no names.
Right. There you go. Well, like I had this done. This cost me $500, and the animator basically complained behind my back that I was lowballing him to do it. So this is what $500 from an animator begrudgingly will get you.
Years ago, America passed the 28th Amendment, virtually enslaving anyone with special abilities into government service, or forcing them to live as ordinary citizens. With his team disbanded, America's foremost protector and hero for a century had been betrayed by the very institution he swore to serve. Erased from its history books, his every exploit was covered up. Now, in a place called Little Bighorn, the greatest hero America has forgotten will come out of retirement to take down the very institution he once served, assembling a new team of superpowered individuals wielding abilities never before witnessed. In a country that has banned its heroes, it's time to root for the criminals. Let's start a new revolution.
Like I said, the animator felt like he was working cheap to give me that much.
That was $500.
Yeah.
That was just.
And he complained about it. He complained about it.
That was just a pan shot.
Yeah. Yeah. And
yeah, that's mostly just a still image with a pan. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that cost me $500, and he was working cheap, according to him, to do that much. He was slumming it, basically. This guy used to work for Disney, I guess.
Well, then go get Disney money then.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, this is something that a friend of mine did, and this took him, I won't play all of it, but it took him like 3 years, maybe 4. I think it was 3. but of 3D animation, rendering, and everything else. And so this is just a few years ago, about 5 years ago. This is what this is about the top of a capability of an independent creator could do. So that took I don't know how much that long that segment took, but the whole entire piece took him like 3 years to render and animate, design, and everything like that. And so, you know, it's that's was an independent guy working by himself with a moderately powerful computer. I don't know what kind of processing power he had. I think he was using a gaming computer, so it's about top of the market that you can get power wise. But yeah, that took him about 3 years. It's impressive. It's jaw dropping. It's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And that's not AI. That's a dude working on his desktop computer for about 3 years. So and so now he could probably do that whole entire sequence. He could probably, with the right prompting and the right AI, he could probably have that whole entire sequence done in about a week maybe.
Yeah.
But there's a guy named Jose Garcia who is an animator for Disney, and he recently put out a trailer of his own art animated through using AI. But he most of the art was him. It was his art, but he just used the AI to animate the art that he created, and then he pieced it together and created a trailer. And so this is a guy who could animate it himself, but he knew what to tell the AI to do because he was an animator.
Yeah.
And he was able to a piece that would have took him months and months, he was able to do in less than a month. Like I think he said about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about is this is not just a tool. This is a game changer.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yep. So the next one I'm going to show you. I didn't even know what I was going to do with this character. And she went from a character that I wasn't sure how visually I was going to what I was going to do with her to one of my favorites. And so this is my character. Her name is Chevelle.
Mm-hmm.
And she has an odd combination. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Okay, but she has an odd combination in that she's Jamaican, both with Irish ancestry. I think Rihanna.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't understand that Irish people were drugged to the Caribbean by the British to be slaves in the Caribbean. And so there's a lot of Irish blood in the Caribbean. And so I was thinking, so I kind of like fed this image into the AI, and came up with this. So she's got the green eyes of Irish ancestry and some freckles. And it added that streak in her hair. I didn't ask for it, but it added it. And it kind of like created her suit. And now I can't see her as anything but this, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just beautiful. So now I went from this. It was the only image I had was this, and now I have this. And I love the way that what it did with her the outfit and everything. But now it's another character. She's kind of like the earthly vessel for another character, who's a kind of a ghost pirate named Bloody Rose Annie. And so I accidentally closed her out. Oh well. But anyway, so let me share this. So she actually they're like combined together. They form like one entity called Violence. And so I started with her, like she is right there. Hold on, there we go. Okay. And so I fed in what the character of the pirate lady, and her she transforms into her when she's under duress or gets really angry, and so check it out.
Yeah, that's actually pretty neat. I like that.
I did another one where it's just like straight up her transforming, and it's great how the cues in her clothing become the clothing of the pirate lady, and so I mean, all this was from like that one image, and which that image created that, and then I was able to take that and feed in the image of the pirate, and there you go. And so now if I ask an artist how to do the transformation, I've got that to show them, right?
Yeah.
And so I mean, people who are like not using this tool are really denying themselves something really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
So okay, this next one, I wasn't sure how everything worked with him, and this animation changed my whole entire approach to his transformation. Now, he's a kind of a 30-year-old slubby loser, former jock who lives in his mama's basement.
Yeah.
But every time he takes a significant charge of kinetic force, in basically it hurts every time he does it. But when he gets hit, basically, he turns it into kinetic force and bulks up, kind of like Hulk.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't really entirely sure what that was going to look like, and then AI gave me this right here. So this was the only image that I have of him so far. And so I fed that into AI. I said, I told the AI what the transformation's supposed to look like. And this is what it came up with.
Oh, wow.
Time to bring justice. Feel the power.
I mean, isn't that awesome?
Time to bring justice. Feel the power.
Pretty much it's like he like it's not like the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. It's like the more he gets beat up.
Yeah, the more he gets hit, the
Yeah.
stronger he gets.
Yeah.
But he can only do it for like 15 minutes, and then he'll deflate back to that guy.
Mhm.
You know, overweight, you know, out of shape dude. And but because he's like a jock, one of the things that happens is all his weapons are basically going to be like a baseball bat or something like that. And so he's not very creative in that way. So his weaponry is all going to be kind of like sports equipment. Like his helmet looks like a football helmet. And but I just fed that into AI. I wasn't really sure what I had in my head. And now that's what I see when I imagine that character transforming.
Oh yeah.
And so, and it's just awesome that it kind of exceeded my expectations. And like I have a character who she's kind of a liberal girl, okay. She's like one of these activist chicks, you know, with the purple hair, literally with purple hair, and so she's a hoot to write, but she's definitely progressive, but
I can smell her now.
well, but she's a nepo baby progressive, okay.
Okay.
You know, like a Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez or somebody like that.
Oh,
somebody
okay.
that pretends to be from the streets or whatever.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But she's like vapid one minute and she's heroic when she's not thinking about it. But this is the costume somebody came up with for me, and I always really liked it. And so the first step I did was to make her like if she was in real life, and pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it was absolutely.
And so I was like, okay, I tried to think of her like powering up, and this is what I came up with. Hold on.
I didn't even break a nail. I didn't even break a nail.
I mean, it's just cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the power and everything. And so her character's name is Switch, and she can either boost you or she can just absolutely kill your powers, but she can't control which. And so if she touches you, you're either gonna be more powerful than you were, or you're going to be powerless for the next interminable amount of time.
No, so hence the name.
Hence the name Switch. Yeah.
Either turns you on or off.
There you go.
There you go.
It's you can't control which, and so you'll have in the middle of a power or in the middle of a battle, somebody might say, you know, well, boost me, you know, and she'll touch them, and next thing you know, no power, you know.
Yeah.
And she's like, oops, you know.
Too bad.
But yeah, she's a total chaos agent. But she's fun to write because she's just like a complete airhead. But she has like fake moral superiority that most progressives have, and so she has like no mirrors in a house, you know, and so when somebody calls her on stuff, you know, it's like what you would think would be obvious, you know.
Yeah.
But she's real fun to write. I have a character who's an empath. He looks like a college professor, but he can control. He can basically sense emotions around him. He can actually alter emotions around him, and he's one of the more powerful characters, but he's one of the most nebbish looking characters possible. And I actually had a friend of mine that I had in mind when I created him. And so I fed a picture of his into the AI along with the production images. And wound up with, all right, this guy right here. Hold on. So,
Okay.
so I need somebody that kind of had the, you know, a little bit of professor look to him. You just got the sneakers and the tie and everything.
He's a cool professor, you know.
Yeah.
Know what you are feeling, literally.
And that actually could be a dangerous power because you could just turn somebody into a rage monster.
Oh man, there's several times where like he powers up or goes on another level. Switch actually touches him one time, and it does not end well for anybody in the immediate vicinity because and it doesn't end well for him because he can't like block out the emotions around him unless he completely totally blocks everything out, including his own emotions. And so a lot of times he acts like he acts cold-hearted or emotionless like a robot, but it's because he's got to lock down his own emotions as well as everybody around him. And it's a really cool power. One more to go. And this one really worked out well. Because I have a character named Blackjack, and Blackjack, he basically uses radio waves as his power source. He's like a human radio transmitter, but he can convert the radio waves back into energy, and he can use it for various reasons.
Okay.
Happens to be a black gentleman, and he has a twin brother who's a bad guy. And he is Blackjack, and his brother is White Noise. While he's on the radio signal, his brother's between the signal.
Okay.
And so his brother's really scary. But they're twin brothers. I haven't created him yet, but this is this is Blackjack. This is the image that I have of him. And let me go ahead and there we go. But this one's really turned out well. So the hair is a little out of control, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I mean, the costume was just like I never expected to be that cool.
Yeah.
But he also has a visor that he can lower, and so I asked it to do that.
Yeah, that looks clean. I like that. Yeah.
It is so cool, man.
It's like some Cyclops kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah. So what he has is a heads-up display, so it's not actually blocking his eyes.
Yeah.
What he's looking at on the inside is like a heads-up display. But it just looks really cool. I mean, let's see. So I started. So I started like with these images, and kind of fed them into the AI with kind of an understanding of, because if I wasn't creative enough to come up with this stuff to start with, and then I didn't commission the artist to come up with the actual art, then I wouldn't have anything to feed into the AI.
Yeah.
And so to me, my artistic ability to start with was what eventually led to having some kind of something to stick to the AI. And so I think honestly that's where it's all going to Hold on a second. What in the? Go back and watch the rest of it. You'll love it. Will's been a supporter of my comic for a long time. But let's see that's what's crazy about this is that the people who think that AI is going to be like the end of creativity don't understand what real creativity is.
Yeah.
Just how hard creation is. And I think that the mainstream has lowered the bar so much for creatives and lowered with the AI, with the DEI, with all the progressiveness and kicking people out with meritocracy in favor of arbitrary characteristics, which is going to dumb down everything. And it's going to basically create a lower bar for what actually is creativity. And I think what they're going to do, what they did was, I think they spent the last 5 years lowering the bar so far that they can just throw everybody else and use AI.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, when we're talking about just the average Joe, like you and me, you know, just two people on the internet trying to do our own thing, I think it's a wonderful tool because, like, hell, even this image that I'm hiding behind is an AI image that I created. Right. Oh, and by the way, check out Bing. Bing's Copilot is actually pretty good. That's actually how. If you ever seen any of my thumbnails for my YouTubes, that's what I use on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think it's okay for people like me and you who are just trying to get by and make our stuff look a little bit more professional, you know, because I don't have an artistic bone in my body when it comes to, like, I don't have the talent to draw. If I did, oh my God, I would have stuff everywhere, but I don't have that. I don't know if how I can send you something, but I guess I can send you on X, I guess.
Just basically go to the square in the middle. It says share screen. Bring it up on your computer and then share it through that.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, share screen. Okay, image. Here we go. All right, so like here is a character that I created, and I created this using. I created it using. I think this was Grok, but yeah, this is a villain from like a novel that I want to write here pretty soon.
Okay.
So.
And bring it. Wow.
Yeah. So this is Queen Luna, Empress of the Solar System, and this is this is basically a android who basically has conquered the world, and I wanted to make her look as least human as possible, so that's why her face doesn't have any movement to it. It's like a porcelain mask.
Right.
But I want to make her somewhat sexy, so that's why she's got the stilettos. You know.
Yeah, of course.
But she looks more skeletal, like especially around her arms and legs, so it makes it look more inhuman.
A little insectoid too.
Yeah, a little insectoid. Yeah, and that's a character I just came up with just by describing how I wanted it. You know,
right?
Right. And this is something I had in my head, but it gives me a good visual when I'm writing to say like this is what my character looks like. You know, and if I want to show people like this is what she looks like. You know.
Right.
And I've had Grok Imagine have her I've had her do like a little strut, you know, and like, you know, doing like a commanding voice of telling people to obey her and all that. So yeah. So it's good for people like me and you who just want to like conceptualize stuff, make our stuff look more professional. But like I said before, the executives see dollar signs and they see, oh, I could have one guy with prompts do an entire, you know, Pixar Studios worth of stuff. Maybe, but it's not going to look as good, you know. And it doesn't have that human heart to it, you know.
Yeah.
There's something about, you know, the actual human touch on things, you know.
Yeah.
So yes, the technical stuff can be done, the animation can be done, but
Right.
there's no heart or soul to it,
No.
you know. Now there is a guy on X who he's quickly become very popular because he's made his own AI show.
Is this the one where he kind of makes fun of Mary Sue's?
That's one of them. I've seen one of them. This one's
Okay.
the one. He has a character called Mischief.
That's okay.
That's the other one. Yeah, it's like the Joker who became like a good person, sort of. And so
okay.
like it's about like basically this clown girl who goes around and pranks people, but she's got a whole bad guy of clown people who want her back, and so there's big fights in the street and stuff, and it's very well done. But
wow,
but it is AI, you know,
Yeah.
but it's got a lot of followers and everything, and I actually think it's really neat. But but the thing was, if this person ever wanted to make it into something, I would suggest that they take, because it's still clunky because it's AI.
Right.
So what I would do is I would take all these little shorts that they made and bring it to an animation studio, and just like you said, say, okay, here is the skeleton, put the flesh on it, and make it look nice.
Well, I've been pointing out on my show for a few weeks now. There is a complete AI band out there called Shunned at a Funeral, and Shunned at the Funeral or something like that. Anyway, it's obviously an AI name almost, but it's three attractive chicks. Lead singer has been trained off of Lizzie Hell's vocals. So it's got that, rock vocal with the edge on it. And then they got a drop D guitarist, black-haired female, who plays like I guess the guy from Korn, maybe. And then they've got a little blonde-haired, ponytailed chick with freckles who plays a banjo. And it sounds incongruent, but it's blended together. It's catchy as hell. And they have actual fan clubs and people, wanting to go visit. And they have like a AI live concert that they're supposedly at, playing for this huge crowd. And if you don't know what you're looking at, it looks real.
Yeah.
And so the music sounds real. These women, unless you know what you're looking at AI-wise, they look real. And they have backstories. They have their website has the backstories and has behind-the-scenes crew and things like that. And it all looks real, unless you know what you're looking at. And if you read in the comments, there's normie after normie after normie that's saying, "Oh man, what's your fan club? I want to sign up." Just lusting after these chicks because they look good.
Yeah.
And so they got their own simps and completely, totally astroturf. They don't exist.
A virtual band. Whoever thought of that?
A virtual band. They don't exist. They just started getting pushed into my algorithm just a few weeks ago, and they're like, and during every concert they mentioned that they've been around 10 years, and yet they started posting in 2025.
Yeah. Well, and then it gets me is like, this isn't the first time we've had fake singers. I mean,
right.
Well, that too, but look at like Hatsune Miku, right? Not a real singer. It is a computer singing to you, but how big is that character? And no one can play.
I don't know about that one. It said anime.
Yeah, Hatsune Miku is actually what they call a Vocaloid. Basically, they had someone come in and just record sounds, and then the computer can basically mimic their voice. And so Hatsune Miku, she's been around for, I don't know, like since like 2010, I think. And she's been around for a good long while. But all her songs is just, now somebody's written the songs, obviously. So there is
Yeah.
a human component behind it, and she does
Right.
have a real band who plays with her, but the singer is completely computer generated,
Wow.
and the song itself is, the singer, the thing that is singing is a computer, but
Right.
no one has ever complained, and she's
Right.
huge all over the world.
Well,
Yeah.
that Demon Hunter thing from last year, those are all animated chicks, and they evidently have like #1 hits in Korea and Japan, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've kind of been set up for this for a while.
Mhm.
I mean, going back as far as the '80s, have you ever heard of CNC Music Factory? Don't Make You Sweat.
Yeah.
The Black Box, Strike It Up, things
Mhm.
like that. Both bands used the same singer. Her name was Martha Wash. She was known for "It's Raining Men."
Yeah.
This big, beautiful black woman with a voice that could rip the cover off the ball. But she didn't fit what they wanted, and so they took her voice in the demos, put it on the albums, and then live they had a little scrawny models lip syncing to her part.
Oh, wow.
Both bands tried to get away with this, thinking that she was just gonna, go away, and she showed up on Arsenio Hall to kind of like reveal what was going on. And he just asked her, he's like, "Can you do that part from Everybody Dance Now?" And she sang it, man, perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
every hair on the back of my neck went up when she sang it, because it was her. There ain't no denying that voice.
Yeah.
And yet they have these little scrawny models singing her parts. And this was back in like the 2000s, I think, early 2000s, something like that. And so this has been going on a long time. Time. No, it was the 90s. It was the 90s. But Arsenio Hall, it was the 90s.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is the whole Milli Vanilli thing. Well, the reason why Milli Vanilli happened is because they were using studio musicians on all these recordings going all the way back. We just found out about a group called the Wrecking Crew that turned out that they played on 90% of the top 10 albums for almost 20 years. This group of about 13 or 14 musicians in LA. They're called the Wrecking Crew, okay? And so this artifice has been going on a while. And so the difference is, instead of humans being the ones behind it, it's going to start being computers.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, it's not like Hollywood and the record industry has not been artificially propped up for a long time. It's just they're just going to stop pretending, probably. And there's really no way of knowing how many scripts in these horrible movies that we've gotten in the last 5 or 10 years, probably not 10 years, but at least the last 5 years, that might be Chat GTP.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you see these people that are supposedly writing this stuff, and they can't carry a sentence.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
And-
the movie theaters have been bare bones for years now. Like, I used to go to the movie theater like all the time, all the time. Like, not just during the summer and not just during the winter, the winter Pixar family movie that comes out, but like I'd go in the spring when supposedly there's nothing there, summer, fall, when I go all year long because there's always something that interests me to go, but now it's like I may go to the movie theater once, twice a year now. If that, it has to be something that really interests me to go.
I went for Project Hail Mary, and that's like the only thing I've even seen this year.
That's the only thing that. I'll tell you what, that's the only thing that that was any good this year. Because I went and saw Masters of the Universe, didn't like it. I saw Supergirl. I fell asleep. I literally did. I woke up. I literally woke up. I was like, "Whoa, what are they doing?" Oh, they're okay. They're still chasing. Okay.
Well, the thing about Supergirl is it probably was written by AI.
Well, the plot didn't. The plot has one giant plot hole in it. It doesn't make any sense. And I was in the theater going, "Does no one see this?" And that is the whole crypto thing.
The lady who wrote Supergirl is an actress with like one credit to her name.
Yeah.
And they had her writing 3 scripts in the Gun universe.
Well,
you can't tell me that they just didn't take her name, plaster it on it, and use AI. You can't tell me they didn't do that.
Well, like the thing that here's what kills me though. But they the plot hole that they introduce, they actually have the cure for it in the movie. Okay, so like in the movie, Kara, there's several times where Kara gets depowered, right?
Yeah.
She's in a green sun, red sun, and then there's that end of the movie where it's a dual sun where one of them's green, one of them's yellow. When the green one goes down and the yellow one comes up, she's Supergirl again. Yay, yay. Okay.
Right.
So my question was, why not take Crypto to a yellow sun since he's Kryptonian and just the poison in him will just dissipate? Just as the kryptonite dart that she got in her, she held up, I fly up to the sun, and all of a sudden, like you see the kryptonite in her bloodstream just disappear because it's getting destroyed. Right. And I was like, so why can't we do that for the dog since he's technically a Kryptonian?
But if she has kryptonite in her, then she wouldn't be immune to sunlight, to the sun's power, the sun's heat.
Exactly. Yeah. So she couldn't be able to breathe either. If she, yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was sitting in the theater, like when they're like, "Oh, we got to get the antidote for Crypto," and I was like, "Just take him to a yellow sun. Just pick him up, put him in your little spaceship,
by
go to
the
yellow sun."
rules of your own movie.
Yeah,
the movies the rules that you established. This is how you could cure him instantaneously, but then the movie wouldn't happen.
Oh, I know. I'm just sitting there looking around. I'm like, am I the only person who gets this? Like. No one read a comic book in here.
Yep, absolutely. But see, that's so what we've basically covered today is both the glory and the pitfall of AI, and what you're going to see. And you're right. AI is the Donald Trump of technology. It's either going to be an extremely good thing or the devil.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be in between. You're going to have people who use AI and do incredible things, jaw-dropping things, and accomplish things that mankind can only dream of a few years ago. And then you're going to have people that are going to use it to utterly and completely destroy lives, destroy industries, and ruin entire swaths of humanity. And so it's not going to be in between.
Well, do you remember the gentleman a couple of years ago that made he was using Blender and he made a Scooby-Doo short and it looked like stop motion, but it was all 3D animation. He did all the animation himself.
Yeah.
But the voices he used AI.
Right.
And they crucified him. Why didn't you hire actual voice actors? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, because he was making it for himself. It was literally not, it wasn't something that he was like, oh, look what I made. It was just like, hey, I made this funny animation. You don't want to see it.
Right.
But people were like, why would he spend hundreds of dollars, $500 on a voice actor for his own personal project that he's just making for fun?
Right.
Even the voice of Daphne, the actual voice actress, came out and was like condemning him, and I was like, Jesus Christ, people. That's how. That's back when the anti-AI was really huge.
Well, the thing about it is the people who are mostly anti-AI are the DEI hires.
Yeah,
because they know they don't have the ability. And so they're usually the ones that are most aggressively against it, and they're going to be the first ones to be replaced.
Yeah,
because they're not there because of merit.
And I think as long as you're upfront with what you're doing,
Yeah.
Because I've never said like anything I do on my channel or my stream that has AI. I've never said, "Oh, look what I did." No, I've always been upfront about it that it's AI. So I'm good. You know.
There you go. There you go. And I think as long as you view it as a stepping stone, as a tool, and not the end phenomenon, I think AI can just absolutely expand your horizons and take you to new places. But if you get lazy and you start using it like the end phenomenon, then your work's gonna lose its uniqueness, and it's gonna wind up being the same as everything else. Because AI is basically robbing other people's creativity to create what it creates. Okay, and so just like shunned at the funeral, and the music's technically not a good music. They got a song called "Rattle the Bones" that's absolutely awesome. It's a Christian rock band, and their theology's like goofy as shit. But because Christians are more susceptible to just you say Jesus or use a Bible verse, and they'll eat it right up. I mean,
They're starving for good content. I'm sorry.
They are. Which was deliberate, which pisses me off even worse, is that they deliberately targeted Christians with this. But at the end of the day, AI's here. It's not going anywhere. So the people who embrace it, learn to use it, and learn to utilize it to the best, to its best of its ability, and won't be consumed by it, won't be blindsided by it, won't be destroyed by it.
Yeah.
And this wave is coming in. You either learn to surf or you're going to get caught underneath it.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, it's kind of like when people thought 3D animation was going to be the death of 2D animation.
Yeah.
We still got 2D animation out here. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, like they're going to destroy Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, seriously.
So it became even bigger because it became novel after everything became like 3D animation.
Yeah.
Suddenly everybody's, everything that came out was like a, right up there in hundreds of millions of dollars. And so that's the thing. Real authenticity is going to become prized. It's going to become boutique. And if you have the goods, if you have the actual goods, you're going to rise to the top. You're going to become in demand. And it's just going to get better for you. But if you're a DEI hire who'd never had any real meritocracy to start with, and because you've been lazy, because you've had everything handed to you because of who you were born as, then it's gonna swamp you right quick. You're gonna be one of the first ones drowned, and that's just the way it is. If you lived your life that way, taking every handout that was handed to you just because how you were born, then I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Your talents are going to be like, I think in the future it's going to be, if you're an actual artist with actual talent, you will be sought after because it's either your stuff or the AI slop that you see everywhere.
Yeah.
And people are going to be wanting your stuff.
So I'm not worried as a writer because I've never read anything the AI's put out that I thought was anywhere near a decent writer. Writing is such a nuanced gift.
Oh yeah.
That and something that you have to hone and hone and hone, and maybe even more than art. I think art is going to be the first to fall to AI, but I think writing is going to be held out a little while longer.
Yeah, because that's a little bit more of someone's soul being poured out than art, because you're literally in someone's mind.
Right. Exactly. It's a little bit closer to the humanity. I think.
Now, I do use AI in writing, but not for anything creative. I strictly do like, here, edit this. You know,
Yeah.
I'll literally tell for instance, I'll copy paste what I have, put it in Grok, and I'll say, do not change anything, leave everything the way it is,
Right.
just fix any spelling errors and put the proper punctuation. Because honestly, I don't know half the punctuation that I should have there.
Right.
Things that they're supposed to be hyphened and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I literally just use it for editing. Just like I'm like,
Well,
look, edit this.
well, I haven't tried it yet, but maybe I should do that when my comic book scripts. Maybe uh, feed it into Grok and tell it to put it in comic book form
Mm-hmm.
and see if that works, because that's my biggest pain in the ass for me.
Yeah.
Is not the creation of it, but getting in the right proper form. So
Yeah. But you gotta be very specific when you tell it, like, do not change anything, because it'll be like, oh well, I thought this was better, so let me put it this way.
right,
And you're like, no,
right.
I did not
Yeah,
tell you that.
you have to specify. I mean, it's like even when I do the AI art, I have to specify, do not change anything but this little thing and steal.
You have to talk to AI when you want something, like you're talking to the monkey paw.
Yeah. The monkey's paw is exactly what AI is. It's like, you'll get what you want, but maybe it's not what you think you want,
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Anyway, thank you for Caster for coming on. I think it's been a very proper, very good discussion. Anyway, anybody wants to check you out, where they're going to find you, my friend?
That's a good question. They can see here. They can come at me at. Let me bring up my credentials here. I don't have it right on hand. Sorry about that. I am at. You can catch me on X at Caster Grave. You can also catch me on YouTube as Gravedigger Caster. And I also have, if you want to watch past VODs on my Twitch, it's at Caster Plays VOD.
Okay. Once again, this that cycling at the bottom is Frost Comics, the Super Guy stuff we showed earlier. You can get a downloadable comic from there, or if you want a hard copy, those are also available. So if you want to see more Super Guy, go to www.frostcomics.com. And all the community service stuff that you saw today is available. You got a description in the chat, and you also have a description down below. So check that out. Also, merch is available, like this, which is a poster form of the shirt, or the shirt form of the poster. Also got the good old logo available in hats and other things. Anyway, so that's also in the description. We will see you next time. Follow the White Rabbit. And bye, everybody.